Welcome to another allotment diary. Today we are repotting these bad boys here. These are the tomatoes I planted the other week, and you can see some of them come up. They're all yellow or stripy types like that. So quite a few varieties there to look at. And you can see I've got quite a lot. Some of them I obviously dropped 2 seeds in one tray. One cell, so there's more than I expected there, but hey, no bad thing. There's a couple that haven't germinated, so that's really good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk you through the process of planting them. I'm going to be using this because I've left my dibber at the allotment and I'm not there right now, so we're going to use that to repot them. They're going into this size pot. You can see they're a reasonable size. This will keep them going. They'll get to a good size in this, and then they'll go out into the soil or grow bag. What I'm going to do is firstly just make a hole in there like this. So just use my finger. There we've got a decent sized hole, and then we're going to have to very carefully, let's just push it very carefully, pick that up, and there you are. Here we are, you can see there we have the plant. So it's going to go in the hole, it's going to go reasonably deep, and then just firm the soil around it, make sure it's nice and packed, just so it doesn't fall out. And there you are, you can see there it's all planted. It's all okay, so it's looking good. So now what I'm going to do is all of these are going to be likewise replanted and going into another pot, and I'll show you just a couple of other things while we're walking around. These lavenders, they've done okay here in the cells, but you can see they're starting to grow out a little, so they are going into a pots there as well. Got a pile of pots there, so they'll go in and go sit outside, and they'll get planted in the border sometime soon. Now down the allotment, we've not done a lot recently. It's been quite bad weather, but let me just show you my bay tree. And you can see some nice growth at the top there. It's looking a little bit dry down the bottom, so this is another one. This will go down the allotment and be planted out in the next few weeks. You can see it leaves are slightly droopy. It's quite unhappy in the pot, so it really does need to go outside. Over here, let's have a look. We can see everything else. The beetroot there, that could do with, to be honest, going in fairly soon. Still no sign of my cucumbers or my cauliflower. I don't know what's happened with those. The courgettes are doing nice, they need repotting, as does the aubergines there. Sweet corn, not as many come up as I wanted, so we'll just plant what we've got, maybe buy some. And then over here we've got some sunflowers, pumpkins, butternut squash, all looking very unhappy because it's so hot outside. And unfortunately over here, let's just zoom in there, you can just about see there, that's my cucumber, the sole one that germinated, and frankly it's done dreadfully. It's really not happy, so well, that's no point. So looking at these poor little pumpkins here, they could do with a quick water, so we'll get those watered, we'll get the tomatoes repotted, and we'll get these aubergines redone as well, and then we'll be done for the day. One thing I forgot to show you, and here we are. This is rhubarb picked today, fresh from the allotment, and you can see nice thick stalks, good length. You know, they're about the length of my arm, so can't complain. I mean, look at that. That's an entire apple crumble just there, I think. I mean, that's fantastic size rhubarb. The rhubarb's gone absolutely crazy this year. It's been a good year for it. They nice lot of rain recently, and it's just gone crazy. So what I do, you can see here, is I pull the ends up. So I pull them out of the ground like that, and you can see that's the bottom part from the ground there. And then I just use a sharp knife just to slice the top off there. When I prepare rhubarb, because obviously it is stringy, is get yourself a potato peeler and just run it here along the back. Just run it very lightly up the back here, and that gets rid of most of the stringiness. And then the rhubarb's really nice and quite soft. It's not as stringy. Obviously that's one of the problems with rhubarb, is you've got these strings in it. So very nice. That'll be made into something later on. Not sure what yet, but probably a rhubarb and apple crumble, as I've got some apples that are starting to need being used fairly desperately. So that's some rhubarb. It's absolutely fantastic, and I can't wait to turn that into something edible shortly.